Hey, sports card fans, it's John, Wade Boggs fan. If you've been following my channel, you know that 1978 Topps Baseball holds a special place in my heart. 1978 was the first year that I started buying baseball cards. I remember going to the corner store on Sundays with my 50 cents allowance and buying a pack or two of 1978 Topps baseball cards. And so, about a year ago, I decided that I wanted to build a 1978 Topps complete set from scratch, all raw cards, but I wanted the cards to be really nice, well centered, sharp corners, no print marks, which is hard to do with 1978 Topps cards. And over the last year, I've only managed to pick up about 170 some cards. Now, there was some time I really wasn't active in trying to put the set together, but I went to my local card shop, bought the nicest 78 Topps cards that they had, picked up a couple at a local card show, bought a few off of eBay, but again, really wasn't making much progress. So, about a month or two ago, I started noticing on eBay that there were listings for near complete sets of 78 Topps that were going up for auction. And I thought about it and I decided to pull the trigger about a month ago and bought one. And so it was 575 cards out of the 726 card set. And the listing said that the cards were mint, okay, which would equate to a PSA 9. In the description of the listing, it said that the cards were near mint to mint, which would be a PSA 8, which was okay, maybe with the listing and stuff, and I went by the description. Still, PSA 8 cards typically have fairly good centering, fairly good corners. So these were the cards that I thought that I would want for my set. Now, they did note that about 5% of those cards were in lesser condition. So I thought, okay, that's still fine. So I ended up winning an auction and paid, including shipping and eBay and taxes and stuff like that, about $100. Right. So I finally went through all 575 cards, and I don't know. I went through them all, and I'm going to show them off here to show you which ones made the cut in terms of conditions, which ones didn't, which ones that I already had in my set and which ones didn't, and let you decide whether it was worth it or not. So let's go take a look at my near complete 1978 Topps purchase. All right, so basically what I did was I divided the cards here into cards that did not make the cut because of the condition. Then these were the ones that made the cut, but I already had in my complete set. And these were the ones that made the cut and I did not have. So out of this 575 cards, 436 did not make my cut. For various reasons, again, corners, centering, you name it. I have a couple examples here. Made the cut, but already have 35 cards. And 104 made the cut and will be going into my complete set. Before I go into a little bit more detail, I found this one card, and I have to show it off here and ask you a question. Which YouTuber does this card remind you of? You have a guess? Maybe? G's Mikey? Could be. Possibly. I think there's some family resemblance there. G's Mikey, are you related to Joe Ferguson? Anyway, I had to point that out. As soon as I saw that card, I thought of G's Mikey. But yeah, as I said, I went through all these cards. I was trying not to be too picky. So if there was a doubt, um, I tried to see if I could include it. But to give you some example, now again, the listing, and I don't mean to bash the seller here, whatever it is, what it is, but um, the seller said about 5% of the cards would be less than near mint. So less than a PSA 8. All right. Now 5% is roughly about 29 cards out of the 575. All right. And I just did a small sampling here. Now these were some of the worst ones. These aren't, all those aren't exactly like this, but just if you check out the centering here, that is way off. Look at that, top to bottom. The bottom's almost cut off. There's one where the border is just barely at the top. Another one that's extremely off center, and is mainly centering issues. There were some that did have clearly dinged corners. Some of them actually had at the top here or bottom that the card was actually like really dinged and was like folded over. But again, this is most of the ones in here. It was centering issues that I just couldn't get over or get past the centering. Look at that one. I mean, that is right on the border there. I mean, it's and these last two here, but that one's really bad as well. And check these out. So look at this, Billy Allman. This was included in again, the seller didn't say every single card was excellent, or I'm sorry, near mint, but I don't know. That is just horrendous. And check this out. You can barely see at the bottom here at the start of another card's yellow border. This is just way not acceptable for my set. So again, I love the 78 sets, the cards in the 78 set. So I'll still have them in my collection. I'm still gonna keep these, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know, maybe a little bit disappointed that more didn't make the cut. I knew I'd probably have some duplicates or ones that I already had so far. I knew that was going to be the case. I'm glad it was only 35. I got 104 more, so puts my total, I think, at is like 277 or something like that. Yeah, 277, I think, out of 762. So I still have a long ways to go. But let's go take a closer look at the numbers. I bought 575 cards. 139 made the cut. Of them, I only needed 104. That turns out to be 18% of the cards. I paid $100 for the cards. That equates to 96 cents per card. So, what do you think? Did I do okay? 104 cards out of 575 cards? I don't know. Up to this point, before purchasing that near complete set, I probably paid on average about $1 per card. Maybe a little bit less from the cards I bought at my local card shop. A few of them I was able to pick up for maybe a quarter, 50 cents, things like that. But some of them were over $1. The ones at the card show and eBay, of course, were a little bit more than that. So when you average everything, probably turned out to be, $1 a card. So that's what really I averaged with this bigger purchase. So I bought 104 cards for about $100. So in that sense, I probably did okay. And hey, I got a bunch of other 78 cards for my collection. Don't know if I'm going to start a beater set. Probably not. But at least I have more 78 cards in my collection. But in terms of continuing on with building my complete set, of course, up to this point, I don't really have any of the major stars. I have a few, but none of the major stars or Hall of Famers um, in my set yet. So I still have to buy them. So with about 277 cards in the set so far, at about $1 a card, I'm already almost $300 into this complete set. Now, again, I understand that I'm going to be paying more, again, for nicer cards. If I wanted just the complete set, I could have just gone on eBay, spent maybe $300 and got a complete set, maybe excellent condition or something like that, knowing that there were going to be some, in my mind, some beaters in there, really off-center cards, nick corners, that type of thing. That's not my goal. My goal isn't to just have a set. It's to make and build a really nice looking eye appeal set. So moving forward, I don't know. Let me know. Does it make sense to maybe try to do something like that again and see if I can get a little bit more of the cards that suit my taste? Or do I just say, okay, I did that once, I did the best I could, and then, I don't know, piece by piece, card by card, off eBay? I don't attend a lot of card shows. I will be attending the National, so that may be an opportunity. I don't know how many dealers are going to be bringing a 5,000 count box of 78 tops. I don't know. So I'm not even sure what I'll be able to find out at the National. So again, I understand this is a marathon. This isn't a sprint. I'm going to take my time, but at the same time, I'm going to make some progress and some meaningful progress. So again, let me know in the comments, especially those set collectors out there. And I know there's some of you out there that watch my channel. What advice do you have? Should I go for broke again and maybe spend another $100 on a near complete set? See if I can pick up maybe another 100 or 200, maybe if I'm really, really, really lucky, 300. If the listing's really good and the cards are up to the description of the listing, let me know. So anyway, that's all I have for you. Hey, if you've missed some of my recent videos, you can go check them out over here. And if you're not a subscriber to my channel, would love for you to be a subscriber. And don't forget to hit that bell to be notified when I post another video, and you can do so right here. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.